All right, we're gonna give this a shot. I got the little man running around, and hopefully we won't have too many distractions, but I got a new pack for Christmas and wanted to talk about where the F1 Mainframe stands, where I kind of evolved that thing too. My whole intent is to get everything as light as it possibly can. So this is what I've come up with the mainframe. This is the dry bag zipped to the mainframe with the pack topper that converts to a fanny pack. And I think it's probably one of the cheapest or least expensive setups you can have, and also one of the lightest for what you get. So it's pretty cool. It has its shortcomings as well as its benefits, but these you're probably wondering, you know, how the thing is attached to it. Oh, and before I forget, this is just a sitting pad. Best $6 I ever spent. I use it as kind of a compression panel, but when I want to take it off, you know, just clip it off when you want to sit somewhere. It's a whole lot better than sitting on a cold rock. But the topper, so you just got these simple gatekeeper straps that come from Kuyu. I think it's $10 for 2 pack of those, but you could use whatever straps you want. It's just hooked on the bottom of the mainframe and then lashed around the top here, and you can tighten it down as much as you want. The top is attached through no buckles or no straps, but all I did is take the lip that hangs off of that and cut a little slit in it so that it's centered with where the load straps, the buckles come off of the mainframe, so that you can easily unhook and pull the top off of there. And same thing on this other side. 1, 2, buckle your shoe, and there it is. So there's nothing fancy about this. Just line it up with where the buckles are at, cut a couple slits in there, and then put a little bit of stitching around it so it doesn't pull itself apart, and you're done. These are real nice because you can pull them off and turn it into a fanny pack and just go for a little walk if you don't want to haul all of your gear with you for a little evening hunt or something if you're back in somewhere real deep. But the duffel bag works great, but it's kind of inconvenient because you got a big compartment. You're just dumping everything in, so it's hard to keep it organized and get to the stuff you want. You know, you're having to kind of fish down through here, and well, that doesn't feel like a flashlight. That feels more like toilet paper. So I like a large storage compartment, but this is a really large storage compartment. So I don't need this much space. I'd like to actually see this probably a foot shorter. This seems pretty crazy, but anybody that needs that much space, I guess if you were going in for 10 days and needed a bunch of freeze dried and all that, then this would work great. But that's a lot of storage space. And I think they're even coming out with one that's supposed to be bigger than that, which kind of has me scratching my head, but there's all kinds of people doing all kinds of hunts, and so it doesn't fit my style, but it might work for them. So a couple things I don't like about the dry bag is that, you know, you get this little clip that's designed to hold on here. It keeps the zipper up, and that comes with the mainframe. But the pull tab that comes with the dry bag, you got to find some way to tie it to this or some other carabiner or something, and it's just not as good. And it'd be nice if it came with this same kind of clip, so that, you know, because when you're walking around in the woods, it just kind of slowly unzips itself, and then before you know it, the thing's coming apart. But that's one thing I don't like. The other thing I don't like is that the way the arrangement for the zippers on the panel is actually wider than what it is on the pack, and so you end up with all the material kind of gathers in a blob in the middle here, gets all wrinkled up, and I'd much rather see it, you know, cut to fit so it's on there nice and tight and everything's in order. But I don't know if it could be a combination of things. It could be they were trying to make it so you can stuff a rifle down in here. It could be that, you know, this dry bag, they did when it was first designed, I don't think that the mainframe was even around, so it could be that it was designed to work with a totally different pack, and then it got ported over into as an option for the mainframe. It's a good option, but it seems like it needs to be tuned up, kind of fine-tuned. It serves its purpose though. So I had something else I was going to mention, I just totally forgot it. So maybe I'll remember it in a little bit here. So, oh yeah, I was going to say that the duffel bag has the same thing. So if you get the duffel bag instead of the dry bag, it's wider quite a bit than the thing. So it does the same thing where it just kind of gathers a clump of material in the middle there. And it'd be nice to see those to the right dimension as the as the pack. So that, you know, this system with the Eberlestock topper is 6 pounds 2 ounces, which is pretty good in my opinion. It could be lighter, but for what you get with a rigid frame, it's tough to beat that. So if you want to go a little bit lighter and add a little bit more storage, you can use this Kifaru topper. This is the organizer guide lid. I think it's 95 bucks off to their website. But when you look on the back of this here, it's got a panel that's done to zip open, and you can put maps or whatever you want in there. But you could also take this and hook it over the top, just like the other one was. Put slits and stitch just like the other one, and then run your straps through the buckles, no problem, and it'll secure it nice and tight. And then you can attach these gatekeepers underneath, and there you go. So that is a little bit lighter. You pick up quite a bit more volume and storage space and a little bit more organization. So you got 3 nice pouches you can get to really easy. And then this fabric is waterproof. It's X-Pack. And then the zippers are even like the silicone impregnated. I think that's what that is for the waterproof zippers. But this whole thing ends up weighing 5 pounds 11 ounces. So you save a little bit of weight, gain a little bit of organization, and this can still be converted over to backpack, but you need some separate straps to do that. So that's where I finally left the mainframe, and then I got the carrier for Christmas, and I've been tinkering with it with the transformer. And this isn't the transformer you get when you order one off Eberlestock. This is one I've hacked every excess piece of strap and material off I coulda, so that I could get it as light as possible. Right now, the transformer itself, I've got it whittled down, weighs 2 pounds 9 ounces, and I think that's the lightest option that Eberlestock has. That has any kind of, you know, storage lid and side pouches. These are nice. It's nice to have this stuff. You can put your tent down in here, or your spotting scope, and keep stuff separate so you can actually get to it when you want to get to it. But so these straps on the side are going to look a lot different than what you're used to, but it's easy to modify this and make this pack, get this pack to this form. I've done it for a couple different buddies. So the one thing that's different though is you'll notice these, I think they're called G hooks. They're metal hooks, aluminum hooks. They're designed to hook into just these loops on the side of the carrier. And I like the system because it makes everything tighter. Normally if you have a normal buckle, it's going to be at least that big. And I like anything that can get it simplified and bring the weight down and just tighten the whole ship up a little bit. But the thing I have against these things is if you try to order them off of Eberlestock, they're expensive. So a 4-pack of these with straps is 40 bucks. And you don't need them for the transformer, because when you get the M1 Carrier, you'll get this utility panel, and it has the hooks on it. What I did was steal the hooks off it so that I could put it on my transformer. I like this utility panel. I like the material. I like the idea that you're going to save a lot of weight, and it's strong stuff, and you're not hauling around just a bunch of webbing that's been sewn to some fabric. It's laser cut. It's well done. But I don't need it if I've got this pack on there, because I'm going to use this as the compression utility panel when I've got meat. You know, I'll just unzip it and run the straps out a little bit, and then put whatever in there, and then lash it all together. But so 2 pounds 9 ounces, as light as I could get the transformer. The ultralight pack that Eberlestock tries to sell is the F7 Kite, but the lightest weight you can get it by removing, you know, the shoulder harnesses and the hip belt is 3 pounds, and it's $290. And when you try to attach it to the mainframe or the F1 Carrier, you have to use these buckles and these straps. There isn't a zipper system. It does not attach to either one of the packs with the zipper system. It's just exclusively these buckles and straps. And the pack does not come with the buckles and straps. You need to buy them separate. So you're spending $290 on a pack, and then $80 on buckles and straps. And the reason that really pains me to say that is because you can pick an 8-pack of these up off of Amazon for like 12 bucks. It might be 13 on a bad day. But it's not that hard to find these, and then just pick up the webbing of your choice and put everything together. So, and I'd say you'd order just 1 pack of straps, but you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those straps, and they come in 4 packs. So in order to get 6 straps, you actually need to order 8. And I think that helps you so that you can also secure the pack on the bottom, because there's also some tabs down here for securing stuff. But man, that's just a hard pill to swallow, 80 bucks of straps after you bought that pack. It seems like it's something that should come with it. Just case in point, here's the Kifaru topper, and there's something rattling around inside of it. Yeah, that's buckles and straps. And so these guys figured out a way to include it with the product. I'd like to see that happen with the Eberlestock pack too. I know that Kite is designed to be its own functioning pack, but it should be able to work with this. I mean, that's not a very significant cost when you're charging $290 for that pack. So, in my opinion, so I do like this frame. I still think that the Mainframe and the Carrier Frame are the best options out there if you are if you plan on hauling back a load. You know, there's lighter options if you want a day pack. There's all kinds of really good stuff that can handle load, but I think that the rigid aluminum frame that's in the Eberlestock packs does the best job of all of them. I don't like the idea of the lateral flex to it. I want the whole thing to stay as tight as it possibly can. My back is going to be providing all the lateral flex that the whole system needs. When you got 130 pounds of meat rolling around on your back, you know, that's just the way it goes. Keep it all tight, keep it all solid, and stay under it. That's how you get it out. So this, I don't know if I mentioned it, it's 6 pounds 3 ounces as it stands. If I were to strip everything off of this and just have the Carrier Frame, it's 3 pounds 11 ounces. And if I were to strip off everything off of the F1 Mainframe, it is 4 pounds 6 ounces. So it is a little bit lighter. They've changed some of the fabric, you know, that the whole thing comes together with, and they've, you know, taken off the little boot on the bottom here, and they've made some other little subtle changes that I don't know, you know, if you pick up on the website, you know, so you can remove this shoulder harness a lot easier. And I'm betting that in the future it's going to be easier to take this off and then hook it into what other pack you're running. Probably the Kite. I've never put my hands on the Kite. I didn't want to after I saw, you know, what it weighed, and then realized I had to buy all the separate buckles. And I'll tell you why, if I'm speaking to Eberlestock right now, why the buckle thing pushed me off when I realized it didn't have the zipper system. Why wouldn't I want to just buy a pack from Kuiu or from XO or from, you know, you name it, a pack that is significantly lighter but does the same system of just clipping to and strapping to the side. So yeah, it's a little bit of a pickle there. I think I was encouraged to see that the F7 Kite come up for sale because it's headed in the right direction, but it just didn't quite seem, it's trying to do 2 things kind of okay rather than doing 1 thing really good. And I think that's where the market is for the Mainframe, is to just get the thing dialed in so that it's doing 1 thing the best it can possibly do. I mean, you're 1 step away. You get a pack that weighs under 2 pounds and still has all the storage compartments, still has the volume, and then maybe have an assortment of different volumes, but get the whole system so it's down closer to 5 pounds or under 5 pounds, then you've got the best pack on the market, period. So those are just my thoughts. The reason, you know, that I would be inclined to stick with this over XO, and I think this is a big point too, is that, you know, this is the shoulder harness right here. This is your head. This is as high as this pack is coming up. You can put a little bit on top if you want to, but it's not sticking up head high. If you look at the other packs, it does help to have that weight up higher, but it also increases the size of your profile. So this isn't just a backpacking pack. This is a hunting pack, and I'm trying to stay as quiet and low profile as I can in the woods. And so every little little detail that I can improve is increasing my chances. So of being successful. I think that covers pretty much all of it. I tried doing this video again so it'd be quicker, but it's like every time I start talking on this, I remember 10 other things I didn't mention last time. So, and I've got a whole other thing. I'll probably do another short one right after this on the bat wing, because that was another one where it was really close to being really cool, but it just there's a couple little details that could be changed that would make it significantly better. So, at least in my opinion. But hopefully this helped a couple people out. They're trying to weigh out what their options are for the mainframe or the carrier frame, and what they can strap to them and how much it's going to cost them.